in the middle of your presentation, you talked about how in the United States there are 111 banned substances, whereas in Europe there's over 1,000. What does that say to you?
It's actually surprising. Every time I'm learning more about what we're talking, we've been doing this for like 14, 15 years, and every time I learn more, I see actually how much I don't know at all, a tip of the iceberg. And there's actually a group in the United States that educated me. It's called grassroots.org, and a beautiful organization. And they said, Pierre, we have to know. If you know, you have to share. I was not a guy sharing too much. Kind of keeping it, say, okay, let's just show by high end, we do very good products, and let's just promote our products and let it go. But people are getting sick. In the same body. So I said to myself, wait a second, Europeans, why would it be so different? Why is there so many banned substances? 1,114, like we're talking huge. Even in Canada, 112, there's not much, 900 product ingredients different. And the more you start learning about it, the more somebody told me, again from the United States, and it told me, says, well, Pierre, there's no money in prevention. And that's where it just struck me like a lightning bolt, just like bang, what do you mean? We're experimenting, or we're gonna make you sick and make you try to heal you or help you, and that's where it started to be more and more advocate, more of a stronger message to out there to say, we've got to start looking out for ourselves. We've got to start looking at what our grandmama told us a long time ago, to eat your broccoli and start looking what we're eating, what we're putting on our skin. Now, talking about skin, we always think that it's different, that this is somehow, that we can put anything we want on here, like Axe right now. My son is driving me crazy to have Axe, Axe, the body spray. But it's made of butane, and it's made of, propane, and it has fragrance, which is that word, that I always make sure everybody's scared of. So it's because of the marketing of it, everything, but it's just because of all this, and we kind of think that we can put anything on this body, and it's just going to stay on the surface somehow. And we all know if you fall in a vat if you fall in paint, you're not going to survive. Your body needs to breathe. And when I do my demonstration, I put so much olive oil on my body. Look, there's none left. I didn't touch it. It goes in my body. And so this is kind of we think that it's just like a barrier here. There's no barrier. It's just as much as you eat, it goes in there.
Do you see any progress or movement in the North American market from that point of view?
Slowly, yeah. They're slowly starting to realize that how come we're so sick? How come in our families we have 1, 2, or 3 or more chronic diseases in our families early on? Or learning disabilities, or little things that we're starting to notice. And so when I went to trade shows, when I started 14 years ago, 13 years ago, and I went to, a Toronto show, or I went to a Boston show now, I went to big cities, because we're, here in Atlantic Canada, it's like, so I finally go to a big city like Toronto was big time, was Boston, No one could I talk about this, and no one was. Now I give them product. We went to the actual New York show for the Green Show. They grab the bottle and they automatically, instinctively look at the ingredients. So there's a huge movement now to wanting to find out. Now, do they understand what they're reading? No. We're being confused. But overall, there is a huge transformation happening, and it's faster and faster. 6 months ago, when we first began looking at, the United States, we started doing some research. There was none of that automatic response. Or, for instance, touching a man's body. European, French guys, we just, grab your arm and massage your hand. In the United States, we went there and we looked at it and said, no, don't touch. Now, you can grab me, I'm massaging people's hands, and then the man will pull out their hands. So there's a whole transformation happening about trying to take care of themselves, trying to take care of socially as much as actually medically. So it's kind of interesting to see that transformation. We just hope that people are going to get the right information.
Right.